Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at a new Viseart palette. It is Minxette from the Etendu series. In addition to Minxette, I also got Violette Etendu, which is both released just about at the same time. I think Violette came first and then followed by Minxette in a day or a few days. Yeah, so I grabbed them both at the same time and we're going to focus on Minxette today. It's also what I use to create my look. So we'll do swatches, we'll do comparisons, we'll talk about the palette, and then in a different dedicated video, we're gonna go into Violette in just as much detail. But I do wanna show you the color story of Violette. It is gorgeous. There are a number of review videos available on this palette already. So I think that's why I wanted to do Minxette first, but this is beautiful. For any cool tone or purple eyeshadow lovers, I also can't get enough of this shade. And I forget which brand it was, but I recently saw that in their, I guess, spring summer collection, they have a whole series of accessories, shoes, handbags in pretty much this color. So I can't wait to get in here, create some looks, and definitely incorporate this. This shade is called Haze. So can't wait to try this out with you guys. But moving on to Minxette. And a little bit about the Etendu series. I actually wrote some notes here because I didn't want to miss anything. There's actually a lot of information, which is also why I'm not covering both palettes in one video. I think it would just be a very, very long video. So, but I promise Violette, that video is coming very soon. The Minxette Etendu palette is an expansion of the original Theory collection in the Minx color story. And I don't have the original Theory collection Minx palette, so I can't confirm if all of those shades on that palette is on here, but I know you're gonna have some repeats. And in addition to that, they've curated more colors to expand upon the whole Minx color story, which is how you have the name Minxette, and Etendu is expanded in English. The pan sizes are 1.5 grams, and it is the same as the Petit Fool palettes. So you can actually, because Petit Fool and these Etendu palettes, you can depot them. The pans you can depot, so you can really mix and match. You can't do it with the Petit Pros because the Petit Pro palettes, the pan sizes are 1 gram. So those are not interchangeable. In terms of where this palette, size-wise sits amongst all the Viseart palettes, you can think of it like this. You have the Petit Pro, the 1 gram pan sizes right here, followed by the Etendu palettes, 1.5 grams, and then the Slim Pro Professional Makeup Artist palettes. These ones total, there are 24 grams, so it's 2 grams per pan, 12 shades. Etendu is also 12 shades, but it's 1.5 grams. And then the Petit Pros are 8 shades at 1 gram each, so 1 gram per pan. A bit more about the packaging. It's got this really cool animal print overlay. I think it's leopard print. It's also more environmentally friendly, created from recycled materials. So let's head on to the swatches. I'll describe each of the shades per the website description, and then we'll do some shade comparisons against other Viseart palettes that I have. I don't think there are actually any dupes, at least not from my Viseart collection, but I'll take shades that I think are, look similar, and we'll just compare against each other. We have Pêche 2. This is described as lightest beige with peach undertone in a matte finish. Then there is Suede. Suede looks beautiful. Suede is a warm champagne with a metallic satin finish. It looks like it can swatch for a long time. Then Savarin, or Savarin, creamy, neutral, warm, light mid-tone with a matte finish. And then we have Cognac. Cognac is described as a terracotta nude with a matte finish. Next row we have Sable. This is a milk chocolate brown with a matte finish. And then we have Ember. bright orange copper with a satin metallic dual chrome finish. Sorry, these are not very straight because I'm trying to read off of my iPad. I'll try to do a better job with the rest of them. And then we have Apricot, which is a golden apricot with a satin metallic duochrome shimmer finish. Okay, so both this shade here, Ember and Apricot, are duochrome finishes. Very pretty. And then we have Roses. It's a soft peach pink with a matte satin finish. This shade in the pan looks like it'd be some kind of shimmer shade, but I think true to the description, it's a satin matte and it's not quite metallic. So you can see the two shades from before were duochrome's metallic finish. This is a satin matte. And I think this is a really beautiful shade. I'm just gonna apply another layer here. I think it's really pretty. And then the bottom row, this is the last row. This is Chocolat 2. And it's a rich chocolate brown with a matte finish, followed by Mahogany, which is a deep plum with a satin metallic finish. And that's not a very good swatch. Let me try again. Yeah, there we go. And then Quintero, warm copper with a satin metallic finish. This is a beautiful shade. Look at that. Beautiful copper shade. And Hannah, which is the full name, Ode to Hannah, antique gold with the satin metallic shimmer finish. I think all the metallic shades and the metallic duochromes are gorgeous from this palette. And the matte shades really are complementary to the color story with them. That's how you can create looks with diversity, depth, and interest, and just kind of be able to play around, experiment. The look that I have today is focused more on these shades here and then one of the duochromes. But you can easily create a much deeper look if you use Mahogany, Chocolat 2 combined with, you know, maybe Page to lighten things up or as your base and use some of the shades up here. So you can definitely play around and get different warm looks out of this palette. Now I'm going to take the Chocolat Petit Pro palette and just side by side compare the two. I think just from looking at it like this, this shade right here might be similar to this shade here, so we can swatch that, but I don't think this brown shade is that similar to anything on here. I think it has more orange or red undertone to it. This shade here, I think it's a bit more beigey than what you find right up here. So we'll just swatch this metallic shimmer shade against this one. And this shade from Petit Pro is Orange Sanguine. And we're swatching it against Ember, which is right here. So we'll just do that underneath. The two are similar, but I would say Ember has a bit more orange in it, and it is a bit warmer than Orange Sanguine at the bottom. Next, I want to compare Solstice to Minxette. Not a lot of similarities, maybe this shade here, but you can already see it's cooler than the shade found here. We can swatch it anyway just for fun. And then these sort of light matte shades are not quite the same undertone. I think this is a bit more brown than this peach here, and then this shade here is a few shades lighter than this matte brown. So we're taking Litha from Solstice and we're going to compare it against Apricot. And Apricot is right here. Both of them have a pink undertone, but Apricot is much, much warmer in comparison. And this is Apricot, this is Litha. They're both beautiful though. So yeah, I wouldn't say there are any dupes when I compare against my existing Viseart collection. If some of you guys do find dupes, please let me know below. Always interested to kind of discuss with you guys and learn things from you guys as well. So why don't we move on to the tutorial, and I will see you guys at the end. I'm going to put the shade Savarin all over the lids. Then I'm putting Roses onto the crease. I'm adding Cointreau to the outer corners. And then I'm going to blend that out. Then I'm adding Henna to the center of the lids. Then I'm putting Ember from the inner corner and upwards. Then I'm going to add Henna with the pinky. I'm gonna put some more onto the center of the lids. It has a better effect when you blink, when it's more concentrated. And it goes, I think, very complementary next to or on top of Cointreau, as well as Ember here. Like, I think these three metallic shades go very well. And I actually want to accentuate the pink shade, which is Roses, in my crease more. So I'm going to go back in with a different brush. And this is Sonia G's Jumbo Blender. And I just want to fluff more of that shade onto my crease. And I say fluff because this is such a jumbo or a big brush. And it's meant to just be like really fluffy and diffuse well. Yeah, so I like how that looks more, the pink. For under the eyes, I'm going to go into the shade Sable, and we are lightly diffusing that on the lower lash line, just all across. Because this color story really complements like all the shades on here, notice that I didn't use Sable on the upper lid, and it still matches. Then I'm just going to brighten up the inner corners and just on the center of the lower lash line. So we're going to go into the shade Apricot. We're just adding that to the center. For blush, I'm actually going to go into Viseart's Solstice palette, and I'm going to use the shade Summertide. This one right here. And that'll be our blush today. And just need a bigger brush here to kind of diffuse that Summertide out. For highlight, I'm going to go into Hourglass's Ambient Lighting Edit Palette Sculpture that was released this year. And this is in Glistening Strobe Light, which is right here. And like I've been doing the last couple of videos, I'm going to use Clinique's Quick Liner. This is in Intense Chocolat. I'm going to line my upper lash line. And for lips, we're taking Wayne Goss's lip pencil in the shade Vintage Pink. I do want some pink on my lips to sort of pull that rose shade on the crease. And then after we fill the lips, I'm going to top it with a lipstick, and we'll talk about that in a moment. For lipstick, we're taking Victoria Beckham's Posh Lipstick. This is in the shade Pixie. Pixie has kind of the orange or brown undertone, warm undertones that are very similar, I think, would be a good match for this look. So we're gonna top Pixie on that lip liner. This is the finished look. I love how this look turned out. You might at first glance say, oh, is that like, you know, one or two shades? But when you look up close, it's nuanced. And that's what makes it fun. When you look at a palette like this, there's 12 shades in here and they may seem, oh, it's kind of similar. Like, how do I differentiate, or how do I make a look that showcases all of these shades and you can really tell? Sometimes the look doesn't have to look like it has a lot of shades. As long as they blend well together and they give you the dimension and interest that you're looking for, it can look very similar, but they kind of do their job. And this is my experience so far with the Minxette palette. Congratulations to Viseart and Anastasia and her team for another great release. I look forward to other palettes from these Etendu series. I think these palette packagings are so beautiful, and that every single one of them is different. I think that's so cool. I think that's so cool. So I look forward to other releases that they're going to have, and I will see you guys very, very soon, because next is going to be Violette, and I can't wait. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.